Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for choosing our show today and for the support that you have rendered to this channel. Ladies and gentlemen, the battle for 2027 is shaping up and there are already realignments. What is at stake is just how to dish out positions. And this is going to be very difficult for both political divides. Ruto, Raila, Wetangula, Mudavadi, and all the people who seems to be in the broad-based side will find it very rough when it comes to dishing out positions. Now, when you look at the Rigathi side, it is not going to be easy either. And one of the very positions that is at stake is the Nairobi gubernatorial position. It comes forth when people sit on a negotiating table because the first position is always the presidency, then the deputy. They run as a pair. After that, there is the chief cabinet secretary, otherwise what they call the prime minister. After those three, then the one that comes next is the Nairobi gubernatorial position. Now, as we speak, there were already about 4 candidates who had come out and they had announced that they wanted to contest in 2027. Of course, we know that the incumbent now is Johnson Sakaja and he will seek to defend his seat. Then Babu has come out criticizing the governor and is saying he wants to unseat him. He is already gathering support. And if you do your own opinion, there's a way in which people think Babu can claim this seat. Then there is the Embakasi North Member of Parliament, Gakuya, who is also believed to be eyeing for the same position. And then there was Tim Wanyonyi, who is, I think, Westlands MP, brother to the National Speaker, Moses Wetangula. Now, ladies and gentlemen, remember, in the last election 2022, Tim Wanyonyi was poised to become the governor of Nairobi. Were it not for the arrangement between the Azimio, I believe Tim Wanyonyi would have claimed that seat. But because the Uhuru, Kalonzo, Raila were dishing out positions, they decided to give, because ODM had taken the presidency, they now decided that the Nairobi gubernatorial position be given to who? Jubilee. And the Jubilee party sponsored Polycarp Igathe, and you know what happened. So, after that, Tim Wanyonyi was already preparing the ground. And there's a way Raila had even shown that he was going to support Tim Wanyonyi. But as we speak, the broad-based government has decided to gang up, and there is a way they are supporting Johnson Sakaja for 2027. I want us to look at that because there is a ripple effect. In politics, one thing leads to another, and before you know it, very many things have changed. So just the other day, Tim Wanyonyi announced that he was no longer interested in the Nairobi gubernatorial position, something that has really, elicited a lot of reaction. What could be happening? And he announced that is going to seek for the Bungoma gubernatorial position, something that has really angered. The current Bungoma governor, Ken Lusaka, is doing his 2nd term, and so that seat is going to be vacant. There are 2 serious contenders. Didmus Baraza had announced earlier that he's also going for the seat, and now Tim Wanyonyi is also saying he's interested, and Didmus Baraza is sounding a warning bell. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tim Wanyonyi.
I have been a member of parliament for 3 consecutive terms in Nairobi. Before that, I was a councillor. Kwa hivyo, I have been tested and inajulikana ya kwamba I can perform. And I'm not saying or undermining anybody. And I'm not even underestimating my opponents. I'm offering myself knowing very well that there is task ahead. and we shall fight it out with everybody who is in the race. And the end of the day, the people of Bungoma, nyinyi ndio mtaamua. Correct. Mutasema gavana wenu ni nani na huyo ndio ataongoza wakati hule. Si ndio? Na hiyo ndio mimi nasema ya kwamba niko hapa. I offered myself and now I've been accepted by all these people and I know Bungoma has accepted me. Mimi nimekuja kama timu Wanyonyi. Please don't profile me. Msianze kuniweka kwa other packages that are not there. Sawa sawa? Yes. I belong to ODM, but I am not saying I'm ODM. I've come here as a candidate seeking to run for the governor of Bungoma. Hii engine tutadefine baadaye. Yes. Si ndio? Yes. We shall define. We might end up all together. Yes. And that is what I'm praying for. I want also to say that Bungoma is a very strategic county. The third largest in Kenya. The potential in this county is huge and we need to tap it. We need to look at how we can carry along our young people. Yes. All the interest in Bungoma. I know there are many communities that are operating from here. We have business groups, we have religious groups, we have our other communities that are also working together. Na nikiingia pia mashinane tutapata watu wengine ambao watanisupport. Si ndio? Yes. Na tutatembea pamoja and I'm sure hii safari tutaimaliza vizuri. Kwa hivyo sasa saa hii mimi nitakuwa here more in Bungoma than I'll be Nairobi.
Thank you.
Because I want now to find my footing here.
Now before we discuss why I believe that Ruto and Raila have ganged up, they have sent Wanyonyi to Bungoma because that is a seat that is going to be available. Listen to Didmus Baraza, who is already scared about the money that Team Wanyonyi seems to be coming with. You know, people have always told me that Team Wanyonyi is really oiled, and I've always doubted. But when I listened to Didmus Baraza complaining, then I knew it is real. Team Wanyonyi is coming with quite a lot of money, and Didmus Baraza and this camp is already scared. They are in a panic mode. Can't you listen?
Wale wapinzani yangu ambao wangetaka mimi nisiendelee safari yangu hii mbele, walifika pahali wakanipatia vikwazo. Unapata mtu rafiki yako ni mjumbe mwenzako, anakuambia wewe Didmus, ndio nikuunge mkono ukuwe gavana ya Bungoma, nataka ununulie gari, nataka unipatie shilingi sijui milioni 20, sijui milioni 15. Mimi nikaambia huyo mtu, wewe pia unatafuta kura. Wewe pia ulipigiwa kura. Na saa hii kila mtu ako msituni anatafuta kura. Wewe unatafuta kurudi. Kama ni MCA pia unatafuta kurudi. Ama unatafuta tena upigiwe kura na wale wananchi. Sasa mimi ile pesa niko naye, wacha nisaidie mwananchi ule wa kawaida kama wamama wa hapa Kitale. Nyinyi mnaona hiyo watu, niende nipige magoti kwao niwaambie nisaidie ama nipige magoti mbele yenu? Mimi wacha nitembee na wananchi. Nyinyi wamama mnifunge kwa leso. Na hao watu msikuwe na wasiwasi na wao. Mara ya kwanza walitafuta, kuna rafiki yangu mwingine kutoka huko Bumula. Wakamkula pesa ikaisha. Wakahama wakaenda kwa mwingine wanaokota takataka hapa town. Wakahama wakakula yeye pesa imekwisha. Wakakuja wakanusa wakachukua kidogo, sio mingi, kidogo nikawaonea 18. Nikaona hawa watu ni kama wakora hawa watu. Wakati niliwaonea 18 wakahama wakaenda. Sasa wamepata jamaa mwingine amekuja hapo mgeni, wamemzingira. Msikuwe na wasiwasi, kwa miezi 6 watakuwa wamemnyonya imeisha na watapotea. Na watarudi kwangu tena kusonga mbele. Sio namna hiyo. Kwani hii kura, wacha tu niwaulize hii kura. Na kama nimefanya makosa mnirekebishe. Wacha niwaambie hii kura. Hii kura huwa inapigwa na wananchi ama huwa inapigwa na viongozi? Na nyinyi ndio wananchi wale ya kupiga kura? Nyinyi ndio wenye kuchagua?
Now, let's come back to the delicate attempt to dish out these positions. If you look at the Raila side, they already gang up. They don't want Babu Wino. Babu Wino has opposed openly and publicly the handshake between Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga, and that means that he's already an enemy of the broad-based government. Babu Owino seems to have been accepted in Luoland as the next kingpin. In fact, the only thing that is slowing him down is the fact that Raila is still there. In Luoland, you do not have two kings. Even in the past, they were being led by a chief. So that is the only thing that is slowing Babu Owino down. And this does not resonate with the Raila circle and the Odinga family seem not to be very happy about Babu's acceptance in Luo Nyanza. And therefore, they do not want Babu Owino to take this seat because basically he will rise up. And people like Opio and I are there. They really feel that Babu Owino is a newcomer and is already taking Luo Nyanza by storm. As such, both Raila and William Ruto seems to be unhappy about this rising star. And they have ganged up. So they have taken Team Wanyonyi. That reduces the competition within the ODM. But I know that Babu cannot be given a ticket to run as a governor. The other hardest tackle that is going to be is that Babu Owino is saying he's in ODM, but there's a way in which he supports the one-term thing. But the one-term team have got their own arrangement. I have a feeling that this is what is going to happen. If you look at that arrangement, there's a possibility that Kalonzo will be given that ticket together with Matiang'i. Now with Mount Kenya out of the first two positions, the presidency and the deputy, they can never accept the Nairobi gubernatorial position to go anywhere. And they would want to get one of their own. And that is where the Embakasi North Member of Parliament comes in, Gakuya. Babu Owino's Embakasi East and Gakuya's Embakasi North. So there is going to be a battle here. Babu is really counting on the support of the one-term team. But the one-term team might unveil their own candidate, who is Gakuya. And that is going to complicate matters here. Between Gakuya and Babu Owino, from where you sit, who do you support? Because that is how Babu Owino finds himself between a rock and a hard place. The ODM do not want him to run for the Nairobi gubernatorial position because this will lift him up. Already, the spirit has accepted him to be the kingpin in Nyanza. And you will see that after Raila. But they see the Nairobi gubernatorial position as an impetus to him. And so they would want to curtail any kind of ambition that will plunge him into higher positions. That is exactly what happened to Kidero, Evans Kidero, the first governor of Nairobi. It is known that when he wanted to contest, Raila had preference for Margaret Wanjiru. He really didn't want Kidero, for reasons best known to him. Even though some people believe that Kidero is self-made, and so he was going to be a powerhouse, a competitor for the Luo kingpinship. There has been another rumor that the Broadwest team might bring Tuju or Kidero in the equation, but Kidero, I think they don't see eye to eye with Raila Amolo Odinga, so Raila will not accept. Tuju frustrated Ruto when they were in Jubilee, and I don't think Ruto will be happy. And Tuju has also become a competitor. He's tried to wrestle power from Raila in Luoland. So I think that also eliminates Tuju. The best bet, if you ask me, is that both William Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga prefer Johnson Sakaja. Ruto would want Johnson. They have worked together. There are rumors within the streets, rumors. I cannot really corroborate or prove, but when you listen to street politics, they say that there's a way that Sakaja has been oiling the pockets of Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga. And every politician loves money. If you don't love money, I don't know. So that is the reason why they want to settle on Johnson Sakaja. Number two, Johnson Sakaja is a status quo. and he settles a lot of competition, because had Raila been confronted with the situation where he has to choose between Babu Owino and Tim Wanyonyi, there was going to be a problem. Lawyers would have said, even if unaitaka, and then wale ambao wana, that is kama angependelea Babu, wangesema okay, sasa hapa ni ukabila. Akinyima Babu Owino, wangesema okay, unaogopa kumpe kwa sababu unajua Babu Owino is rising. That was going to be very, very difficult. Now, in the event that now Tim Wanyonyi is not there, it will be very easy for the ODM to bully Babu. One, Babu has gone against the wishes of the broad-based of the ODM to join Raila Odinga, or I mean of the ODM to join William Ruto. That will be used as a sign of disloyalty, because they say loyalty is paramount in politics. So they will also say that due to the arrangement that we have decided that maybe the position of the governor goes to the lawyer community. And when they do that, things will be easy. So ladies and gentlemen, they have already ganged up, and now the team is out of the equation. You know, Babu now has the biggest burden of trying to consolidate support for himself, because I can assure you, ODM will not support him, ODM will not campaign for him. The good thing is that the Nairobi voters in Nairobi might consider him. And I've told you there's another biggest challenge, that the one-term team might not campaign for him if they unveil one of their own. So it is going to be very difficult. Now, back to Bungoma. Didmus Baraza is a force to reckon with, and he considers Tim Wanyonyi ajioni come late. And is already warning, watu wakikuja na pesa kuleni. It means Tim Wanyonyi has money. Because if you see Didmus Baraza complaining, and you know Didmus is also a seasoned politician, he's been a member of parliament for quite some time, he's a lot of solid support there. He has solidified his base. It is going to be the battle royale. It's going to be very difficult, and we don't know what is going to happen. The other thing that we also saw, Tim Wanyonyi is telling the Bungoma people, I'm in ODM, but I'm not coming with ODM now. In other words, he's saying, we will see what people want, because it is also going to be very difficult for Tim Wanyonyi to contest on an ODM ticket in Bungoma. And his brother has a party for the Kenya. He might be forced to follow the footprints of his brother. Natembeya is also coming with the DP, with the DAP. And if there is going to be a candidate that is going to contest on a DAP ticket, it might also change the tides. So the Nairobi gubernatorial, the Bungoma gubernatorial position is also going to be one that is going to be very hot there. But Raila and Ruto have decided that they're going to support Sakaja. That is my interpretation. And they also want to block Babu. They have seen as a very vacant seat come 2027. They have sent Tim Wanyonyi there. What do you think? Because if you ask me, these people must not decide for us whom we are electing. Let Nairobians decide. Sakaja shall have worked for 5 years, and we will see his scorecard. If people are satisfied that he has done enough, well and good. If people feel that he has fallen short of his promises, then he should go home. The same to William Ruto. The same to every other person that we gave an opportunity. They came, waliomba kura, tuliwapatia. Mtu atakuja na atupatie scorecard. Tuambie niliwaahidi hii ama haya, nimefaulu kufanya haya, lakini kwa sababu ya muda ama kwa sababu ya fedha ambayo haikupatikana, hizi ndio zimebaki. Then when you look, we are also realistic. Tutaona enyewe where are the challenges, changamoto ziko wapi. But hii mambo ya kutuambia vote this one, vote this one, I think that should come to an end, because this is the mistake that we've made before. When you vote for a candidate that have proposed for you, the loyalty of that person is he will swear his allegiance to me, not to the people of Kenya. And that's why I'm saying that let us desist from this attempt of still trying to swear our allegiances and being loyal to what we call these kingpins, the de facto leaders. Let us see with our own eyes. Let us try and dig deep into the characters of our leaders, those who are offering themselves for the leadership positions, but who unto them who are given an opportunity and they've done nothing, they're coming, that they will be coming back. Kama kuna kitu lazima tukatae ni hongo. Hongo imefanya watu wamechagua wa viongozi ambao wametuumiza. Kukaa na viongozi wabaya kwa muda wa miaka 5 ni uchungu. Look at what is happening. Those who voted for William Ruto are now saying tumtoa within 2 years. 1 term wanataka aende. Because we did not realize that when you are given an opportunity to vote, it is a special and a golden opportunity that we must and cannot waste anymore. And so, ladies and gentlemen, round hii tuangalie vizuri viongozi wetu. Tusingoje wengine watuambie vote who vote. Tujiangalilie sisi wenyewe na tuseme huyu. Don't follow party positions. Party inaweza sema tunataka huyu, lakini nyinyi mkiangalia vizuri mnaona huyu hawezi. Chagueni mtu ambaye nyinyi wenyewe mnaona atawasaidia. Because the corruption in this county and in this country is just too much. I don't know what you think, but I have got a feeling that Team Wanyonyi has been sent there. Sakaja huko. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen?